Hi everyone, welcome back. Woo! Anyhow, okay, so this is going to be a show and tell of some of what I've done in the past, and now I think I showed you a picture of the that plaque that I made that I painted for my grandmother, or right here, as you see right there. Anyhow, so like she loved nature, especially birds and flowers, and so I painted that for her. And beside that, on my wall, there, there, that's that was my first painting that I did. Okay, this one here. It's the banner on my YouTube channel. That's from The Hobbit. Um, I just want to show you something. Hang on. Okay, hang on. Okay, I've got a beautiful book of The Hobbit, which has beautiful art illustrations. Anyhow, I had painted that on a shelf. I did that in let me see, 1993. Um, on there's a poem that that Bilbo Baggins, sitting at his table, is writing. Anyhow, um, this is the book, The Hobbit. Okay. That's the picture. There it is. Okay. As you can see, I extended the picture a bit. I extended the fireplace. Anyhow, so thought you'd like to see that. Um, Also, now this is going to be a bit tricky. I'm going to be moving you guys around, okay? So, so just I don't want to get you guys too sick about from moving you around a bit. Oh, that picture that was done by my ooh, that was done years and years and years ago by my sister-in-law. Okay. Who's also an artist. Okay. Now, okay. That stray was just. I'd be careful. I gotta move my computer. It's on a table. I want to take you. Sorry. Hang on. Oops. Sorry about that. Gotta try new stuff. I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna take you for a walk. Over here. There. Aha. Okay. Um, strays up. Hang on. Just trying to see that canvas there. Get down. That canvas there. I had did before I had my channel. It was done. I'm just trying to see. Okay, I did that in 2018. Okay, it's like these were 2 posters that I got in the mail. They're advertising, anyhow, and I stuck them on a canvas. Actually, I did it I did it in a magazine. Okay, in an Altered magazine. That's magazine pages underneath there, and I wanted to make it look like it was on a wall, like you see on the street. Anyhow, so I did with texture paste, making it look like bricks and paint. This here, I don't know if you can see here. This was eggshells. This was also eggshells. This here is cheesecloth that I covered, and I did different paints and sprays, and anyhow, just to get to try to make it look like an old wall. Anyhow, and I altered the posters by tearing the edges so it'd be rigid, and just spraying drips and stuff like that. Anyhow, so that's that one. And above that, let me see. There. That's another canvas I did. Now, see if I can move you a bit closer. That's another canvas I did. And that was a picture that was sent to me in Happy Mail of the 2 girls. It was sent to me by Susan Hill. Anyhow, I tore around the edges of it and I folded it down, and I added some color, some spray in that to give it a very old and aged look. I put it on a canvas, and this here, that was something I had bought from the dollar store, just a brick look on the bottom, across the bottom, and across the top. The cornhusk dolls, I made those. I covered it with a chicken wire, and I did this as burlap with lace, and these are wood pieces, and it's a heart. Anyhow, and so as you can see, that was a canvas. Anyhow, that I also did in I think 2018. Oh, now I'm going to move you again, so sorry. I have to just move you. I'm going to bring you over here. Ah. Oh, there's Stray. Yeah. He's giving himself a wash. Okay. Hang on. Try to get you guys more organized here. There. Okay. So, what if I move the table? The tray, I mean. Just trying to see what's better. Okay. Hi, Stray. How are you? It's my fur baby. Yeah, okay. He was asleep in my cupboard and he heard me moving around, so he came to investigate. Anyhow, okay, where am I going to start? Okay, I made this fairy in a jar. This, when did I do this? I think this was maybe in 2006, before I did, like I said before, here's the date here, 2014. Okay, that's a fairy in a jar. You can see her in a jar there. Has flowers and a sunflower on top of the bird sitting in the middle. And there's some fairy dust in the jar and a bottle. And it says, I wrote on here, let's see, Carla is a mischievous fairy who loves to get children into a whole lot of trouble. It is best not to open the jar unless you want a huge mess of problems. That's it. There you go. Okay. And I covered the back with it. The back with this is with a napkin, and I did some lace trim around the bottom and along the top, and around the cork I did some flat back pearls. Anyhow, so that's that. I also did it's a bird cage, and there's a fairy in there. You can see there. I don't know if you can see her. That big blue feathers. That's her in there. This here, the bottom part, this was a candle holder, which I distressed and I made it look like rust and put some patina. And it's this here. This was a terracotta pot that I distressed. Okay, made it look like aged and some patina on it. There's some flowers on the outside. That's the back of it. There's some moss. I put moss in there. I put flowers, and there's a bird sitting in there. I don't know if you can see him. Anyhow, that's that. This here. This is an altar clock that I did. 2017, I think. Anyhow, I gutted the clock and I painted it. Okay. Then on the front, the steampunk clock. So what I did was I took the backing of napkins and I stamped on it like keys and different images. And then I took around 1 inch or half-inch punch, I think, and I punched out the corners of playing cards to put in the numbers of the, and it's a working clock. And the bottom part here, the stand, that was from rubber stamps, okay, that I took the box off of, and I painted that, okay. And this is a large clothes peg. I covered it with napkin and I added some, I don't know, bronze or gold paint around the edges, okay. And I put the heart on there, and the inchi was sent to me in Happy Mail by Donna Harper. And here, that's, what do you call that? Oh boy. That was sent to me in Happy Mail too by Josie Jitto. It was, what do you call it, clay? Anyhow, so I painted it, and that's it. That's my clothes peg. Okay. What else? I think I've shown this already. This I did in 2014. It's a shadow box, a sewing room shadow box. The door opens. Okay. So I made shelves with foam cord, and I did some full books. And there's some jars with some sewing notions in it, buttons and pins and stuff. And that's a threader, okay, and some threads. And I made full bolts of fabric, and I lined that the shelf with a strip of what do you call it, measuring tape, okay. And I made the dress form and a little table, okay. And that's a pin cushion and little bottles and a, what do you call, bobbin. And then the legs of the table are spools of thread, and there's a pair of scissors. Anyhow, this was just plain wood, and I distressed it, and I did with paint and glue to give a crackle effect on the back, and I distressed it with burning and the edges, and I banged it with a hammer, and anyhow, just to give it a distressed look. So that's that shadow box. And this shadow box I did, it's a steampunk Halloween shadow box. Anyhow, so on the top there's a skull, okay. Now this was also plain wood. I just gave it just a couple of coats of different colored paint on it. I didn't distress it too much. Here, this was what do you call that? This was a wood piece, okay, that I painted, and I kitty cornered on each corner of the front, okay. There's a a lace spider web. There's a clock charm on there. Um, there's a, okay, for the doorknob. That's a small skull. Okay. And the lock was just a chipboard lock that I colored. And there, that's the lock. Just open it up. Now, as you can see, I don't know if you can see, but there's a spider, a large spider and a spider web charm. So you open it, as you can see, a skull comes out of the, a skull and bones comes out of the coffin. I'm trying to get that. Okay. There's the coffin with a spider on it. And what do you call it? Dragonfly. I did a hat, like the guy's hat. See, he goes back and closes the door, and he goes back into the coffin. And on the door, you can see there's the spider and spider web chain. Anyhow, there's a petri dish. There's a shelf I did with some bottles, and there's a petri dish. The spiders in there. Anyhow, and then you close the door. And the little guy goes back into his coffin. Okay. Okay. Now this I did in 2014. It's just a wood frame that had a bird inside of it, just plain wood. And there's the back of it. I painted it, finger paint, different colors, in the background and along the edge, as you can see. And I did, I had covered the bird in napkins. And then I just added some color, paint color over the top of it with my finger. And it's a steampunk bird. So you can see the clock. I made a full clipboard, and on there it says, "Don't allow time to slip through your fingers." So there's, anyhow, I hope you like that. There's a wire wrapped key in there. I don't know if you can see it, with a lock. Okay, I put a lock charm on there. Okay, so that's that. What else? Okay, I did this in 2018. It's a small canvas. Steampunk. I put a little shelf on there with a bottle with some whatever you want, blood or whatever in there. And there's some rusted items. Okay, these rolled tubes. That's just rolled paper that I colored. Okay, that's another, a couple of rust pieces I put on there. And that's from a watch, the inside of a watch. And here is just it's a picture of a lady that I distressed. I don't know if you can see that. Anyhow, so there's, anyhow, I hope you like that. I distressed it, rusted it. There's chain hanging. Oh, there's so many rust pieces on here. Screws and that. Anyhow. Okay. Now what else? This here, that's a jar lid. The background was a napkin. That's It's a ocean view theme. Anyhow, it says, I don't know if you can see that, Surf's Up. So there you go. That's a magazine image. Hope you like that. Okay. This is a message in a bottle. Okay. I think, if I remember yet. There's a message in there. I gotta get it out. Hang on. Let me see if I can get it out to show you guys. I just covered the bottle with a napkin. I just stressed it. Okay, put a little bit of twine on the bottom and around the top. Okay, let's see. Hey, come on. I can only get, okay. Here we go. There's a message in the, there. I did it like scroll. Whoops. Paper with toothpicks and beads at the end of the toothpicks. Just open this up. Just want to show you. So, there. Old paper. There's a message there. Okay. So you just roll it back up. Okay. Roll it back up. To retie it. Okay, I'll do that later. I'll put the bottle back now. Here's the top hat. I did this in 2015, I think. Okay, it's the top hat. What I did was I made a wire frame of the top hat, and then I covered it with many layers of a napkin. Okay, and then I just added like on the front. There's like there. It's a compass. I don't know if you can see that. It's a compass chart. And I just put some gears. Okay. And there's a chain. Oh, there's a chain there. And I added on this side some mini paying cards. Okay. And the other side, I put some feathers. Oh. And I made this tin can. I covered it with a napkin and some burlap and different stuff there. And I made this doll out of foam cord, and I covered with napkin and her dress. It was paper, a book paper that I covered with a napkin, and that's for her skirt. Her top is also a foam cord, just covered with a napkin, and her legs and her feet made of foam cord. Her legs were covered with toothpicks. I covered with I just painted, and her shoes are made of foam cord. Okay, her head, it's a styrofoam ball. I painted, and it has some curly doll hair. That's the back of her. And I did a little pearl necklace. I did some around the belt for the top of her skirt and around her wrists. I don't know if you can see that. Anyhow, that's that doll. And what else? Oh yeah, and of course, if you've seen my channel or been watching, I did altered a. This is my This is my steampunk duckmobile. That was a bath toy. There's his top hat. Anyhow, and the lights work. That's it. Anyhow, and the wheels turn. So the wheels. Okay, can't really see that. The wheels turn. Okay. There. And I made them wings. Anyhow, so that's it. That's my show and tell. That's it. Apart from all other like paper ATCs and stuff that I made that you've seen on videos on my channel. Anyhow, I'm currently working on another project. It's going to be a major one, so watch out for that. Anyhow, so that's it for now, guys. Please give me a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, give me a like, and leave me a comment, and share. Please share my this video. Anyhow, that's it, guys. I'll see you all later. Ciao. Have a good day.